Wait, what is that thing down there? Holy frick, no, please stop eating me. Hey, this is Chris. Hopefully everyone is having an awesome day, and welcome back to the mod showcase, where today we're showcasing the Outvoted mod for 1.17.1, and it's a mod that adds a bunch of content that lost previous Minecraft votes. So that includes mobs, trees, and even new items. Anyway, let's just get straight into this video. So the first creature we have is the Glutton, and the reason why it's hiding underground is because it's afraid of Jonathan and his powerful sword, but I'm just kidding. He's actually hiding down here because he's waiting for his next victim. But let's just spawn one up here so you guys can see him. So it's just one of these creatures, and he just hit too quickly for you guys to see. But anyway, these guys spawn in deserts, swamps, and badlands, and they can also hide under red sand, normal sand, and even grass. So now let's actually use these guys. So the first thing you should know is they are actually hostile to absolutely any single creature. So that includes themselves, but let's just give it a rabbit. So we're just gonna feed this tiny cute rabbit and feed it to one of these guys. So go in there. Go in there. Yes. Eat him. Eat the rabbit, Glutton. Just let him eat the rabbit. All right, and he just ate the rabbit and left the meat out. So they're really not interested in actually eating the animal. But let's just spawn one on top of them because, yeah, they're also kind of eat each other. So let's actually annoy some of these and they'll start attacking each other. Alright, so yeah, they do kill each other every once in a while, and sometimes I've even seen them chase each other. Alright, so if they're on hard ground, and let's just spawn two, they will just fight to the death. So yeah, just be careful. They're so violent that they just fight each other. Now let me show you the interesting part about these guys. So apart from chasing everything without mercy, this guy can delete items. So let's just throw a leather star in there and delete it. Throw a rabbit egg, delete it. Throw a glutton egg, delete it. They just delete absolutely everything. So now, I'm gonna show you the awesomest part of these guys. And that is they can combine enchantments. So here we got 2 books of sharpness 3. Now we're just gonna throw it inside of his mouth. And you should hear a ding noise. So that ding noise is basically them accepting the book. So that we're gonna throw in the second book. And he has accepted that book now. Now we're just going to throw a netherite sword in there, and he should enchant it. So here we have a netherite sword with combined enchantments to make sharpness 4. So you can actually do the exact same thing without the books and just the items. But this will actually delete the items, so you better be careful. So we're just going to throw both of these swords in there, and he should eat them. And let's throw in the netherite sword, and it should do the exact same thing. And there's something else you should know. So these guys won't actually accept any items that you've already fed to them. So no matter which one I throw these items in, they're not going to eat it because one of them has already eaten it. I don't know how they know, probably because of the breath left on the sword. Which, if in that case, if there's breath on it, I think I should wash the sword. Also, these dudes can do the impossible. So for example, it can combine infinity and mending. So we're just gonna throw some mending in there. We're gonna throw the infinity in there. I don't know in which order I'm throwing them, but there we go. He accepted both enchantments. Now we're gonna give him the sword, and this bow has turned into sharpness 3, mending, and wait, what the frick did I just do to this? Alright, so yeah, as you can see, it has the infinity, mending, and sharpness for some reason. And now, just to show you that it actually is working, we're just gonna go into survival mode and show you. So here we are in survival mode, and we're just gonna launch this bow, and it successfully worked. Both enchantments are active. That is actually amazing. And now we're just gonna do the last thing. So these guys can go beyond the normal amount of enchantments. So for example, if you don't know what I mean, it can just go beyond sharpness 5. It can go to sharpness 6. And it can do that to any other enchantment. But let's just throw this book in there, throw this book in there, throw the sword in there, and it has become ultimate power. And that literally scared the cheese out of me. And if you're curious, this is what it says: unlimited power. Over-enchanted item above its max level, which is the awesomest thing you can ever hear. Just look at this sharpness. 6. He did the impossible. And he also can't go beyond that. He literally can't. Now, if you were curious, here are the variants. So the first one we're gonna have is the red sand one. So this guy is just red, and he won't actually change color once he leaves his source block where he was born. So he's just gonna go after these rabbits, and he's just gonna stay the exact same red color. Now we're just gonna place him on grass, and he should be green. But if you don't put him on sand, he's just green by default. Holy frick, I created that rabbit's worst nightmare. And by the way, they're just really, really ruthless. They'll only chase one mob at a time, and they won't actually stop chasing it for the rest of eternity. By the way, there's something important you should know about these guys, and that is they refuse to eat absolutely anything related to protection. And that is according to a book, because I was actually able to feed it, and it actually ate the protection, but it might be deleted later on, and I just wanted to let you guys know. So now, I'm gonna show you what these guys drop. So don't have to murder him, and here we go. So he just drops some bottles of enchantment, and he also drops a void heart. And by the way, it usually won't drop this many. Jonathan actually just has a really powerful looting sword. Anyway, I'll show you later on what the void heart does. And there's something you should never do to these guys. Never drop the void heart into their mouths, because they do this. Just drop it in and they just blow up. So apparently you feeding the heart of another glutton just makes them explode because of how much power they have. And did you just throw an entire stack in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently just throwing an entire stack doesn't actually make it stronger, which is really upsetting. Now I'm gonna do something you probably were curious about, and that is stepping on it, well, in survival. So let's just step on this guy, and he can almost kill you completely just by one bite. Just one freaking bite. So that guy is super powerful. Now, before we continue, let me show you something I almost forgot. And that is the guidebook. So this is the Outvoted guidebook. And the way you craft it is with one lava bucket and one book. Anyway, let's just continue on to these cute fellas right here. So these guys are the Meerkats. So they're just freaking adorable. Just look at that face. And they just spawn from this right here, which is the barrel, and there's currently someone there, but this one is just outside with its tiny baby. Just look at it. But anyway, these guys obviously just spawn in the deserts, but there's something you should know about these guys, and that is they're freaking ruthless when it comes to spiders. So we're just gonna spawn a spider, and they should just chase it all the way across the desert. They won't care. They'll just cross rivers, anything, and they'll just keep chasing the spider, no matter how much it just hisses and tries to get away. We're just gonna spawn in a lot of them, and let's see what they can do to that spider. So they're all gonna start chasing that spider and just chase even more spiders. Alright, so that's what happens when they all gang up. They just freaking annihilate anything spider related. Holy frick, I think I might have gone too far. Now, these guys actually have a trust system, just like foxes, so we're just gonna give them some spider eyes, and they should be happy. So just feed them both, and they should make a baby, and that should actually create the baby that just makes them trust you. Alright, they're just gonna go back home, and they just made this tiny baby. That's adorable. So now once this baby grows up, they should eventually just trust you. Alright, so he has grown up, and now they should lead you to the nearest treasure. But there's currently no treasure here, so they're not gonna actually do that. So let's just wait and actually see if they can actually do it. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get these guys to look for treasure. So apparently it might just be a work in progress, or I've probably gotten very unlucky and they don't want to help me. Now, I'm gonna show you the scary monsters of the deep. And if you heard that roar and didn't get terrified, I don't know what's wrong with you. You are probably the bravest soul to ever exist. Anyway, we're just gonna swim straight up to them and also swim up to them inside a boat. So, yeah, let's do this. So we're just gonna go into game mode, survival, and he's just gonna come straight for me. So he's just super fast, and he just grabs you with his tongue and then just starts swallowing you. It's kind of hard to get this guy off you unless you actually murder him. So Jonathan, help! All right, yeah. That guy is pretty terrifying, and also I'm almost out of oxygen. Did you just spawn another one, Jonathan?
No, I didn't.
Holy frick, that's the first time an actual mob just spawns next to me and murders me. Now, there's something you should know about these monsters, alright! It grabbed me straight from the boat. I didn't really expect that, but what I was saying is, these guys actually spawn in absolutely any single deep ocean biome. So it doesn't matter if it's warm or cold, they'll just keep attacking you anyway, and to get rid of him. So we're just gonna do this properly this time. So, no, sir, surface, go to surface, go to surface. So Jonathan is gonna spawn when in from far away. So Jonathan, just go all the way over there, and let's actually see the speed of these monsters. So Jonathan, spawn one right there. So this guy can see you from almost half a mile away. Actually, I don't know how far this is, but he's just coming like a missile. Just look at him. All right, should I look at him? Oh, no, it's faster than a boat. All right, yeah, this is the most terrifying thing you can ever imagine. By the way, I've been calling this mob a sea monster, but his real name is the Barnacle. So there's currently a defenseless barnacle up here on land, and he won't actually attack you if he doesn't have enough water. So yeah, apparently his tongue actually flops when he tries to use it on land. So good for him for being trapped here. And by the way, Jonathan reminded me, so they actually dropped something really important that you can use later on, and it allows you to craft tritons, and I'll show you how it works. But that is the Barnacle Tooth. Jonathan, give me a Barnacle Tooth. Alright, so here we have the Barnacle Tooths, and as you can see, they just look like the pointy bits of the Triton, and just ignore this copper, I don't know where this came from. So we have arrived at the savannah, and that is the only biome where these guys can spawn in, and that is the ostrich. So the ostrich is just a really simple creature. You feed it wheat, it has hearts on it, you saddle it, even though it's invisible, then you can just ride it. And by the way, it's sort of glitchy right now, so you just have to click spacebar and he should start moving. I don't know why you have to do that, but anyway, yeah, he's just a really fast, powerful dude. And I'm just going straight into sunset with this guy. That is actually amazing. So, yeah, even if you get off him, he can still just run and he can still jump. I don't know why he does that at the beginning. Apparently, he's probably just afraid that you might crush him because of your weight. Yeah, I guess your Minecraft character just weighs a lot. Also, we're not gonna kill this guy. He doesn't drop absolutely nothing, and it is not worth killing this amazing fella right here. So now we're gonna move on to the last mob, and that is the Wildfire. So this guy was also known as Mob D, or the Fiery Inferno, but now it's just named the Wildfire. So we're just gonna spawn this guy in, and before we do, I just want to let you guys know that these guys spawn in every single nether biome, except dwarf forests, but we're not gonna fight them in the nether because that would be really risky. But anyway, let's just spawn this guy in, and he should start attacking. So he's actually literally confused, but as you can see, he just throws so much fire around just by spreading his shields apart, and you can't actually hit him while he has his shields up. So yep, he actually does know how to defend himself, although he doesn't really do it much, because he actually needs to attack by spinning and just eating fire at you. And you know what, I'm just gonna probably evacuate, and they just have super range. Like, there's no escaping them if you're actually near them. Wait, did he just drop himself to death?
Oh, what?
Holy frick, I did not even know that. And now I'm just gonna show you the other variant. That was really unexpected. At the beginning, he just started floating upwards for no reason. Then all of a sudden, it just slowly dropped and just died by hitting the ground. Alright, so we didn't even need to kill that guy. But anyway, we're just gonna spawn the other variant. And I may actually want to go into creative. So here we are in creative. And that is the soul variant. So the soul variant only spawns when you actually spawn it on soul sand, or when they naturally spawn, they just spawn onto soul sand and turn this color. So yeah, they just look freaking amazing. And now he's gonna start floating and probably drop himself again. So yeah, he does actually hurt himself every once in a while, so I don't even know what to say about this guy. And here are his drops. So they just drop some blaze rods, some molten shards, which you can use for an amazing shield that I'm gonna show you after I'm done showing you the new trees. And it also drops the Wildfire Helmet. So there are two versions of this Wildfire Helmet. So Jonathan is just gonna kill another normal one, and Jonathan just murder it. So here is the second version. So there are two versions, and they just look amazing. So now I have activated a config which makes them explode every once in a while. So yes, Now he's gonna actually start blowing things up, so no wonder it's disabled by default. Just look at the destruction. And yeah, I actually did not imagine it would be this powerful. I've never actually tested it, so this is actually pretty scary. Holy frick, no, okay, you know what, nothing, eliminate him. I didn't know that was actually this destructive. Please kill him. Oh, glad you killed them, Jonathan. That was really violent. This mod also adds soul variants to normal blazes. So we're just gonna spawn one in and just look at the color on this guy. He looks freaking epic. So here we are in the savannah searching for a really special tree. And that is the Baobab Tree. I'm not really sure how to spell that. I think I'm spelling it correctly. And also, did you just see how awesome the savannah biome is? I know it's the shattered savannah or scattered savannah. I'm not really sure. Okay, you know what? Let's just see them. Okay, so yeah, it is the shattered savannah, but here we have the tree. So this tree just looks freaking amazing. Although, no, actually, I'm not sure. It's a little bit bold on the top side, but the rest of it just looks awesome. Especially this texture right here. It just has some really nice textures. And here's just a nice cluster of baobab trees. So they just come in different sizes, if you didn't notice. So there's a smaller one over here, there's a huge one over here, and they just come in a lot of different varieties. And now here are the palm trees. So these trees only spawn in desert lakes. So desert lakes will probably usually just be pretty barren and boring. But with these trees, it just becomes so much more alive. It just feels like a real oasis. Just look at how amazing these trees are. And just look at the texture. They're really well done. Yeah, I really love these trees. I kind of wish they actually spawned in my default. But they lost the vault, so they probably aren't going to do that. And also, I just found this guy just going into sand. So yes, they do spawn over here. They spawn in any desert-related biomes. And like I've said before, they spawn in swamps and badlands. So we got finally made it to the items. And the first item we're gonna cover is the Void Heart, since it was also the first item we got. So first we're gonna grab a pickaxe with the too expensive error. So yes, you can finally get rid of that error. So once you put a pickaxe in here, you get too expensive. The anvil does not want to fix it because you fixed it way too many times. So you just put an iron here, does nothing. But now we're just gonna place down a crafting table, grab this void heart from the frame, and let's actually craft it. So we're just gonna put an iron pickaxe right there, and now it has the void heart in it. So that means that I can now put it in here and just enchant it again. It just completely resets it. So as long as you have void hearts, you can always fix your tools. Next up, we have the Barnacle Tooth. So this Barnacle Tooth can also be crafted with a prismarine rod. So I'm going to show you how to craft the prismarine rod since it actually doesn't drop it. So the way you craft this is with 3 prismarine bricks, and you get 1 prismarine rod. I don't know why it needs so many, but alright. So after that, you just get the crafted trident. So this is just a trident that is now craftable. So you craft it with 1 prismarine rod, 1 heart of the seas, and 3 barnacle tooth because of the 3 spikes. And you've got yourself your own trident that you can craft now. So we have made it to the most awesome item, and that is the molten shard. So at the moment it isn't awesome because you haven't crafted it yet into the wildfire shield part. So the way you craft this part is with 1 molten shard in the middle and 8 polished blackstone in a circle like this. And with that, you can go on to craft the wildfire shield. So this thing looks epic. And the way you craft it is you put a shield in a smithing table and you put a wildfire shield part in there, and it gives you the wildfire shield. Now this is a really awesome shield, and Jonathan, where are you? I need assistance. So here's one of the special abilities this shield has. It sets anything that attacks it on fire, and it is also a little bit more powerful, so it's gonna last longer than a normal shield. And just look at him, he literally cannot do anything. He's just gonna keep being set on fire, and I don't know why things are so stupid. Zombie, you're stupid. Stop, you're gonna die, you can't get through. Alright, yep, he dead. And apart from being more powerful, this shield just looks freaking awesome. Just look at that animation and look at it glow. Actually, you know what? Let's go underground. Also, unfortunately, it does not seem to glow, unlike the actual wildfire, which does glow. So it is a little bit upsetting, but it still looks freaking amazing. Also, Jonathan wants to do a comparison, so he wants to compare a normal shield to one of those shields over there. So Jonathan, keep hitting me. So yeah, Jonathan's sword just definitely annihilates the shield, but now we're just gonna grab the Wildfire Shield and let's see if it has even more durability. So Jonathan, come out here, hit me, I dare you, just keep hitting me. So there we go, nothing. This shield is basically invincible. There's no breaking the shield. So it is the most overpowered thing you can craft. If you can craft this, craft it. It's worth it. Also, here's Jonathan's sword stats, so yeah, it's pretty powerful. Now, we have the final 2 items. So that is the Wildfire Helmet. And it is actually not 2 items, it's more like 2 variations of the item. So first we have the normal variant, which is just this helmet right here. And then you have your soul variant. So we're just gonna grab this helmet because it is actually really awesome. And that is because it can protect you from any lava source or fire source. So Jonathan, you're gonna place just place some lava over here, and I'll just put this on. So yeah, currently at the moment it's just a purple spot on your head. I don't know what is wrong with it, but all right, and there we go. So we have the armor on, and this gave us fire resistance. But you should be careful because this actually loses durability as you use the fire resistance. So all of your armor should be okay. But the Wildfire Helmet will eventually get destroyed. So, Jonathan, what are you doing? Alright, so we're just gonna keep being dipped in lava and see some of the durability did go away. Holy frick, why did I take this off? Alright, so we're just gonna wear this one and I'm gonna see if it's still, yes, it's still purple block, but I guess it'll eventually get fixed. And it is still, oh yeah, I can't really tell if it's awesome or not on my head because it doesn't exist, but alright, we're just gonna put this back in. So here we have our last section, which is the wood section. And first we have the palm. So the palm just looks awesome in its default form, but you can also make a stripped version. You can make plank stairs, slabs, buttons, pressure plates, fence gates, trapdoors, doors, and even a sign. So yes, this is a kind of a default sign that it currently has because apparently, yes, I think it doesn't have any textures yet. And finally, we have the Baobab wood. So yes, it's a little bit difficult to pronounce, but here we just have the normal versions. We have the stripped versions. We have the plank versions, we have the stairs, we have slabs, we have buttons, we have pressure plates, fences, fence gates, trapdoors, doors, and the sign that doesn't have its texture yet. So Horsican told us to come over here before doing the outro. Let's see what he has planned for us. Hey Horsican, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I've created something amazing.
What? Is it this right here?
Oh, yeah it is. It's a GMO wildfire.
Horsican, what? You genetically modified this?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that is actually awesome. Do I use that for the outro? Is that what you wanted me to use?
Oh, yes, definitely. Use it for the outro.
Oh, I guess that this is gonna be really destructive. Anyway, thank you, Horsican.
No problem. I love destruction.
Okay. Alright, so I think it's time for the outro. Alright, so we have spawned 3 of these GMO. Holy frick! Oh no. Okay, we're gonna probably have to evacuate. Wait, Horsican already evacuated. Oh no, yeah, I guess it's gonna be pretty bad. But anyway, we're just gonna end it here with these oh no, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna end it quickly so we could contain this chaos right here. So yeah, it was a lot of fun covering all of these new mobs. Some of these are pretty awesome, especially these GMO versions, although it is creating a lot of chaos. But anyway, don't forget to press that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you happen to be enjoying my content. Let's try to get to 10 likes on this mod showcase, and hopefully everyone has an awesome day or night, and see you all later. Bye!